evening liturgy live on YouTube and Instagram. We're doing a couple of things tonight. This is a long weekend for many people in Canada. This is a day that we remember and reflect. It's Orange Shirt Day. We reflect and remember all of those who went to Indigenous boarding schools. Those Indigenous children were not allowed to wear the clothing that was their clothing, the clothing they loved. They had to wear school uniforms. And the Orange Shirt Day is an acknowledgement of the fact that that did not affirm young people, nor did many of the things that happened at the residential schools affirm young people. Many of the young people who attended the boarding schools for Aboriginal youth suffered, as did their children and their grandchildren. It's multi-generational impact. So we're going to have a psalm for that. It's a kind of a psalm of lament. We are also going to have a psalm of, I shouldn't say a psalm, a prayer of affirmation and a prayer of centering. After there's been time of tremendous hurt and pain, it's good for us to stop for a bit and center ourselves on the grace and the love that God has for us, a grace and love that transcends language, skin color, heritage, looks right into the heart and the soul and says, you are valuable. You are worthy of God's love. Our invocation, ever-present God, you sit and reign in heaven. At the same time, you surround us and live among us, your triumphs and our struggles. For in the Son, the incarnate God, you walked this world with us. Our psalm of lament is Psalm 6, and I'm scrolling down here. There we go. Come on, let me scroll. Okay, we're running into some computer problems, but it should be down here in just a moment. Okay, now we're running smoothly. My apologies for that. This should be Psalm 6, I believe. And I should be there in just a moment. As we reflect on the damage done to generations of Indigenous people by the residential schools, we have very few words that we can say that even begin to reflect what we feel and the enormity of what took place. Reading Psalm 6 as a prayer and as a psalm of lament. Lord, do not rebuke me in your anger or discipline me in your wrath. Have mercy on me, Lord, for I am faint. Heal me, Lord, for my bones are in agony. My soul is in deep anguish. How long, Lord? How long? Turn, Lord, and deliver me. Save me because of your unfailing love. And I'm going to stop right there with Psalm 6. Turning our minds to an affirming prayer and a centering prayer. We center ourselves in how God sees us, not in how we see ourselves or in how others see us. I'm going to say a sentence in the prayer and allow 6 to 10 seconds in that range for you to repeat that same sentence, or for you just to reflect on that sentence. Now, repeating can be repeating out loud, it could be repeating in your mind. Those are certainly acceptable ways of joining in the prayer. And this is a short prayer of about 5 or 6 sentences. God created me on purpose. I am no accident. God loved and accepted me before the foundation of the world. God, affirm your love for me. Heal the aching parts of my mind, my body, and my soul. Amen. Now, there's a reason why I chose to do this today instead of on Monday. I wanted this to set kind of a bit of a climate for the weekend. So when Monday rolls around, that it just feels more like a time for us to reflect, to stop, to appreciate those who went through the residential schools and their children and grandchildren and so on. Thank you for joining. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Good night.